The music world is mourning the loss of Kenny Morris, the early drummer of legendary post-punk band Siouxsie and the Banshees, who has passed away at the age of 68. His death was confirmed on January 15th, marking the end of a life that helped shape one of the most influential sounds of late 1970s alternative music. Though the cause of death has not been publicly disclosed, tributes have poured in from across the music community, honoring a musician whose impact continues to resonate decades later. Kenny Morris played a crucial role during the formative years of Siouxsie and the Banshees. Joining the band in 1977, he became the drummer who helped define their early identity at a time when post-punk was still taking shape. While the group briefly featured another drummer for a single early performance, it was Morris who truly laid the foundation for their recorded sound. His powerful, precise, and distinctive drumming can be heard on the band's first two studio albums, The Scream released in 1978 and Join Hands released in 1979. Both records reached the UK Albums Chart Top 20 and are now widely regarded as landmark releases in post-punk history. Morris's style, tense, driving, and rhythmically sharp, helped give these albums their lasting intensity and influence. In late 1979, Morris departed the band alongside guitarist John McKay following internal disagreements. Despite his relatively short tenure, his contribution left a permanent mark on the band's legacy and on the genre itself. Friends, collaborators, and music writers have remembered Kenny Morris not only as a gifted drummer, but as a deeply creative and kind individual. He was described as articulate, artistic, and endlessly fascinating, someone whose unique sense of style and personality reflected the spirit of the original punk era he helped define. Many have highlighted how his drumming on The Scream remains as powerful today as it was upon release. Music that still grips listeners with its raw energy and emotional force. Others praised his influence on post-punk drumming, noting how his rhythm work set a standard that countless artists would follow. Those who knew him personally spoke of his warmth, his creativity, and his gentle nature, remembering long conversations, shared artistic ideas, and his passion for music and art. After leaving Siouxsie and the Banshees, Kenny Morris continued working in music, collaborating with other artists and expanding his creative horizons. He later moved into film, directing several short projects, and eventually relocated to Ireland, where he ran an art gallery and worked as an art teacher. In recent years, Morris had been working on a memoir, reflecting on his life, music, and experiences during the early punk and post-punk movement. The book was expected to be released in 2026, though its future remains uncertain following his passing. Following his departure from the band, drummer Budgie went on to join Siouxsie and the Banshees, remaining with the group for many years. Still, Kenny Morris's era remains a defining chapter in the band's story. Kenny Morris may no longer be with us, but his music, creativity, and influence live on. Through the albums he helped create and the movement he helped shape, his legacy remains deeply woven into the history of alternative music. As fans revisit The Scream, Join Hands, and the early days of post-punk, Kenny Morris's work continues to speak, intense, uncompromising, and timeless. Rest in peace, Kenny Morris. Your rhythm lives on.